Hey guys, today I have a super chill video for you. I just want to kind of talk a little bit about Destined Rivals coming up, a little bit about Prismatic Super Premium Collection, and just give you a little bit of heads up just of what's going on with my channel and everything like that. So let's jump right into it. Obviously, if you guys are not aware, it is, I'm recording this Monday, May 26th. It'll probably come out here the 27th, something like that, unless I'm really slow at getting this out. But yeah, this Friday we got Destined Rivals coming out, May 30th. Pretty excited. I hope you guys are too. All right, so justinbasel.com. If you've never been there, it's a pretty awesome site. This is the visual set list. So you got all the commons, uncommons, rares, and of course they're showing the Japanese versions because that's the first, print reveals we have, since the Japanese sets always come out first. But I am really pumped for this set, guys. I seriously, really pumped. I've already opened a little bit of the Heatwave Arena, Japanese Heatwave Arena. In fact, here's an AR I got sitting from one of my recent opening videos, and you can see you got the Rapidash right here. That's going to be in that set. I really like this Typhlosion a lot. I really hope to pull that. The Houndoom is phenomenal as well. But guys, the list goes on. The Misty and the Psyduck's incredible. The Misty and the Lapras. Honestly, I think the Spidops, even though I'm not a big Spidops fan, that card just art-wise is so cool. I love this Hydrapple. I think it's actually a really cool card. The Rapidash is cool, obviously. Well, I really want this Wheezing. I think the Murkrow's pretty good. The coloring is a little weird to me. It's almost a little bit too, what's the word I'm looking for? Polished, maybe? Whereas Wheezing has a little bit more of that hand art style that I tend to like better. But I still like the Murkrow card. I like this Raticate a lot, and the Meowth's cool. Kangaskhan's all right, not my favorite, but yeah, I mean, overall some really cool illustration rares. Even the Yanma here is pretty nice. Roserade, there's some good stuff here. And then of course, we got the full arts, and honestly, some of the full arts are really cool, like the Ho, the Moltres, the Garchomp, the Mewtwo, Nidoking. Several of these are really cool full arts, even though I'm still more of a fan of hand-drawn than CGI, but hey, still pretty cool. And then we get on to the special illustration rares, and man, I think this set hits hard, guys. I really do. The Moltres is amazing. The Ho, all these are chases for me. The Moltres, the Ho, the Mewtwo, the Garchomp, the Nidoking, and the Crobat. All 6 of those cards I think are phenomenal. The Mewtwo's my top chase. And then I have a hard time picking between Moltres and Ho. I've been really looking forward to Ho having an SIR. But I've always been a long time Moltres fan, way back since Gen 1. And then honestly, this Nidoking I think is really sick, and it really harkens back to Giovanni's Nidoking for me from Gym. Is it Gym Challenge or Gym Heroes? I think it's Gym Challenge. Anyway, I think these are super cool cards. I'm really excited for this set. And I am going to try to open a decent amount on this channel if I can. I was able to get some at MSRP basically from my local game store for pre-order. I'm going to open that. I also have some pre-orders I was able to snag at Walmart. I think that's about it. But honestly, if we look here at the price of this stuff at market, guys, this stuff's insane. $262 for market price for a booster box. Oh, $120 for an Elite Trainer box, almost $11 for a booster pack, $68 for a booster bundle. I just can't in good conscience tell you to pay these prices, guys. If you can catch a drop for MSRP, great, do it, go for it, please, seriously. But I don't know, if I were you, if you're not able to do that, I would probably just sit this one out, at least for now. I genuinely think Pokemon will print a lot more of this. I think they know that this is going to be a fire set. This set's been hyped for 9 months. Last fall of 2024, there was a leak that there was going to be a Glory of Team Rocket set, and people have been hyped since. I mean, huge hype. So I just don't see this being it for Pokemon. I really do see them reprinting a lot of this stuff. So I think patience will pay off. You may have to really wait a while, but just something to keep in mind. And I think this is an interesting one too, the Super Premium Collection. I also cannot recommend buying this at market price. By some miracle, I snagged 2 of these. Was that a Target drop? I think it was a Target drop at basically MSRP. So it was $100 a piece. I would not pay this for them, me personally. I'd just be okay with missing out if I was in that situation. Although I do think these sleeves are pretty sick. Honestly though, a lot of this kind of stuff, like where if you want the sleeves or you want the playmat, you can just buy those aftermarket. People will start opening these up. There's probably some already. In fact, if we go on eBay and we do Super Premium Collection playmat, let's see what pops up here. Look, $30. Boom. And I guarantee if you wait a while, it'll probably even get cheaper. So if you just want the playmat, just buy the playmat. Like don't go pay this to, this $220 or more to get the whole thing. I just don't think it's worth it personally. And it is coming down. It may come down a little bit more. It looks like it's probably starting to kind of level out right here. You can see it's probably leveling out at 220, but we really don't know what Pokemon's going to do. They could definitely reprint these. Charizard Premium, Ultra Premium Collection got reprinted really heavily and the prices crashed. That could happen with this, or it could not get reprinted. We really don't know. Even if I hadn't managed to get one of these, I had already determined that I was just okay missing out on this. That's where I was at. And then I managed to snag one at Target like 2 weeks ago. I managed to snag one of their drops for pre-order. I couldn't believe it. But in general, I would say I wouldn't pay this personally. I think it's too risky of this price, and especially as an investment, I think, what would make this a really good investment is if you get in at that $100 price point, and then you can see it, increasing over time to 200. But now we're already starting over 200. To double your money, this has to go to 440, which is pretty dang excessive, guys. Like, there's a lot of really phenomenal booster boxes that took a long time to get to $440. So I don't see this as a great investment either at this price. If you can get it for $100, I do think it's a good investment. So, just a little bit of tips there. So yeah, nothing too crazy on that. This is probably a lot of common sense for you guys, but just be careful with these prices. Don't get sucked into the hype. There's more coming. Seriously, I think Pokemon's going to keep printing. I also think people are going to just start to chill out. I think people are already probably feeling a little bit of wallet fatigue. Give it another 6 months to a year and Pokemon's printers will probably increase and people's wallet fatigue will probably really start to get the best of them. So yeah, don't go crazy on this, guys. I'll try to open some so that at least we can enjoy it as a community. Maybe you can live vicariously through me in that case. But yeah, I'm not going to be going buying these boxes at $260 to open. I can't justify that. I was already kind of bummed that my local game store went from their lower price. They used to have booster boxes at $125, then they went to $145, and then now recently they just jumped to $165. So they keep increasing the price. I get it. You do what you got to do. I was still hoping that they would stay at $145, but $165 I'm willing to pay for this set in particular. But anyway, that's where we're kind of at. As far as my channel goes, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what's going on. So if you notice my background here, it's just like there's no organization to it. It's plain white wall. It's boring as heck. Probably a lot of you are wondering what kind of freaking background is that? That's terrible for a Pokemon channel. I've wanted to do something with that wall for a long time. However, I've been in this long multi-month transition where I was job hunting. I finally got a new job. It's a little farther away, so I'm actually looking to move this summer. And so it really just has not made sense to set up everything and then tear it all down and move. So I do intend that when I move, I want to try to set up a better backdrop and just have something that's a little more styled to this channel and a little more interesting for you guys to look at. So I apologize, thanks for your patience with that. I know it's not the most interesting background. Hopefully at least the content of my channel is made up for it. hopefully. But yeah, so that's kind of where I've been at. And I've, with that, with starting a new job, things have been really busy, and I've been commuting farther. So I've been driving farther, and I've just had less time to make YouTube videos. So my release schedule is slower right now. And unfortunately, for the foreseeable future, that's not really going to change. So I'm trying to hit 2 videos a week, but there may be some weeks where I only get 1 out a week. And, I'd love to do more than that. It's just not really realistic for me right now. So just know it's not that I don't want to get content out to you guys. I'm just sort of limited right now in my life by the time that I have. So that's kind of where we're at with content. I am still working on Japan videos. They do take a lot of time. If you watch my recent Akihabara one, I hope you enjoyed it. That was a ton of work to write the script, to put all of the videos and pictures together, to animate some of the pictures. Because one thing I realized too is I was concerned about filling up my phone when I was in Japan. And I mean, I took almost 4,000 pictures and videos combined in Japan. It was pretty wild. I ended up finally transferring some of the videos over to an external flash drive when I was in Japan, which was helpful. But at first, when I got there in Akihabara, I spent a lot of time, like the first night and the second day there in Akihabara. And I think I was just so mesmerized that I just wasn't really thinking straight and wasn't taking as much video as I should. So I did do better later on in the trip of taking more video. So I do hope that some of my future Japan videos will be a little bit more video centric rather than photo centric. But when you take photos and you try to animate those photos and kind of add motion to them and everything, it adds a lot of editing time. So it took me a lot of work just to get that Akihabara video out. And so the Japan videos in general are just taking a lot of time. So I appreciate your patience. I still intend on releasing more. There's more coming for sure. And I think hopefully they'll interest you, whether you're wanting to see the Pokemon side of Japan or you're just wanting to see more just of Japan in general. I also have some like travel tips too that I want to share. So that is coming, I promise. It's not like I've forgotten about it. It's just, it is very time consuming to get each of those videos out because they're a high level of editing and kind of storytelling, I guess you could say, that goes into it. So I don't know how much I spent on the Akihabara video, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was like maybe 16 hours or something like that. So it's very time consuming. And so anyway, yeah, just wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit of an update. What's going on with the channel? If you feel like I've been just like dropping off, it's not been my intention. I'm not like losing interest in Pokemon. That's not the problem. It's just, I've just been limited on time, honestly. So anyway, I'm blabbering on here, but I wanted to kind of fill you guys in. I want to talk a little bit about Destined Rivals and that Super Premium Collection, just because those are kind of time sensitive topics. And then I also want to just fill you in on what's going on in my channel. And for those of you that watch regularly, like I'm super grateful for you. Seriously. You don't have to do that. I know I'm a tiny little channel and I know my quality isn't always that high. But I really appreciate it. It's fun for me to talk about, something I'm so passionate about. And just know that I'm connecting with other people that are also passionate about this hobby. So all of you that tune in and that you leave comments and hit that like button and all that stuff, I really appreciate you. I genuinely do. So anyway, yeah, there's more stuff coming for the channel. And yeah, I mean, if you've got ideas too for videos that you think would be helpful, content that you'd like me to make, please, drop me a comment. Let me know, something that you think you'd be interested in hearing me cover. I know one person mentioned, I need to go back and look at it. There was a question they were asking about my pre-grading process for PSA submissions, and that's a video I would like to make. So yeah, like if you've got ideas, I love it. I'm all ears to hear your ideas and see if there's something I can do to provide more value to my viewers. But anyway, I love you all. Thank you so much for checking in, and I will cut this blabber session off now. We'll see you.